Alright, we have reached the end of this course. Here I'm providing you two links. One is to the lecture notes. The other one is about the headings for each lecture that describes what was discussed in each lecture. When I was thinking about writing this book, I thought the book would be a length of 300 pages. But instead, it is well over 400 pages long. And even at this length, I could only describe the key results from my own lab due to efforts of generations of bright graduate students of mine. Similarly, this course is only long enough for us to discuss the key content of the book. So I apologize for not being able to describe any additional results from other groups that I have no time to cover. So finally, let me make some comments. I think I agree with Thomas Kuhn that science is about puzzle solving. In this subject of nonlinear polymer rheology, this task is particularly challenging because to understand reality microscopically, it turns out is for you to understand what happens at the chain level. And so there is a 6 order magnitude gap between these two different worlds. And to make progress is indeed like making this puzzle solving. For example, you have these 9 pieces. You start with 4 pieces here, and you hope you can join these 4 pieces with this another 5 pieces to make the right picture, except to find that this is not the right picture. In fact, amazingly, the solution looks rather different. For example, this particular piece at the corner actually only belongs to the side after rotation. And so this means that sometimes we only have a partial answer that in a further investigation find out to be incorrect. So let's proceed to appreciate what we have learned. Well, in principle, what we have learned allows us to understand why shark skin takes place. And if we can understand that, then we can do better processing because, for example, film blowing of polyethylene requires us to avoid such behavior as shark skin. Let's take another example. Here is this filament stretching. As you know, it will eventually break. If you want to process fiber, for example, this movie shows how PET fiber is made. It's made by extruding many threads, and there will be a downstream stretching. So you better stretch only to the point such that the filaments do not break. So in short, what we have gone through in this semester is a topic that actually is only the first part of an overall picture about mechanics of polymers. We have only touched the first episode, that is melt rheology. But this topic is actually very important because it provides the foundation for us to build other 2 topics, such as molecular mechanics of glassy polymers, or to understand whether there is or there is not ductility in semi-crystalline polymers. So in the end, let me indicate that this is an important task where we have to try to understand how processing affects structure so that your property can be improved. I am indicating to you that there is this book chapter to be published where I'm trying to describe preliminarily how these 3 episodes are combined to allow us to reach a conclusion about how to improve polymer properties.